Welcome everybody to Ringside Wrestling Entertainment. This is Joel Perez here, and welcome everybody to episode number 17 of Behind the Mic. We've got some huge news here today on Behind the Mic, but of course, like I start every video, make sure to go check out everything else on the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Just yesterday, I posted preview and predictions for WWE Payback. So make sure to go check that out. WWE Payback preview and predictions are up. Great video right there. I am proud of how that one came out. Of course, Monday Night Raw and Smackdown reviews are up for this week. And of course, WWE Payback, WWE Pay-Per-View going on tomorrow. So make sure to subscribe to the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel because I will be reviewing WWE Payback right after that show goes off the air. And the best way to stay tuned to what I have going on this channel, you subscribe and you click that notification button. So make sure to do all that good stuff, and make sure if you like what you're hearing here, if you watch the other videos and you like what you're hearing there, make sure to leave a like on all the videos on this channel. It really helps me out. And make sure to comment, what are you thinking about all the news we talk about here today and everything going on in the Ringside Wrestling, the wrestling world in general. Tell me what you are thinking. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight into what we're talking about here. We've got some huge news stories for you here today. Of course, the biggest one, Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, will be defending his Universal Championship at a pay-per-view called WWE Great Balls of Fire. Can you have a worse fucking name for a pay-per-view? We're going to discuss that. That's actually going to be the first and main news story that we're discussing here, so just tune in for a couple more minutes because that will be your main news story for the day. We have news on new feuds prepared for names like The Miz, Dean Ambrose, Finn Balor, and Bray Wyatt. All these names are getting new feuds after Payback, so make sure to stay tuned for those news stories. Some interesting stories right there on these Monday Night Raw superstars. We have news, and this is bullshit news. Vince McMahon fed up with Kevin Owens being too fat, which is entire fucking bullshit. Daniel Bryan to leave Smackdown Live soon. That one's unfortunate right there. And who his replacement might be, I don't like that one whatsoever. Daniel Bryan has been a fantastic general manager for Smackdown Live. We have news on Jeff Hardy to being traded to Smackdown Live, and the broken gimmick for Matt Hardy coming very, very soon. That one right there is one I'm excited for. And Alexa Bliss, nudes for Alexa Bliss have apparently been leaked, and she's saying that these news are complete bogus. What do I have to say about this? What are these articles on the internet saying about this? What is everybody saying about all these news stories? Let's find out, because we're going straight into the news stories. Brock Lesnar to defend his Universal Championship at a new WWE pay-per-view called Great Balls of Fire. Let's discuss that before we get into this fucking news story. Let's discuss that. Great Balls of Fire? Great Balls of Fire. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Whoever named this pay-per-view is a fucking clown. And whoever approved this shit, if Vince McMahon personally approved the name of this pay-per-view, Jesus fucking Christ. These people are fucking out of touch as hell. Great balls of fire, bro. Great balls of fire. First of all, that pay-per-view name is terrible in and of itself, even if there wasn't sexual innuendos to go with that for fucking days. That fucking pay-per-view name has nothing. That's just terrible. Usually these pay-per-view names are clever. They fit into storylines like this pay-per-view. It's Payback. You're getting payback at this pay-per-view, and generally it does fit the name. I mean, Seth Rollins is getting payback on Samoa Joe. Chris Jericho's trying to get payback on Kevin Owens. You have your fucking storyline set up. You're trying to get fucking payback. Okay, that's a good fucking pay-per-view name. Extreme Rules. You're taking the rules, you're making it extreme. You're taking it to the next level. Backlash. You're retaliating. You're doing this. You're doing that. These are clever pay-per-view names. These are okay, decent. I get it. I get what you're doing at this pay-per-view. You have your gimmick pay-per-views, Money in the Bank, Hell in a Cell, self-explanatory, Elimination Chamber, self-explanatory. No Mercy, that's a good one. I'm gonna show No Mercy. But this? In what context is this a fucking wrestling pay-per-view name? This is a fucking joke name. What the fuck? It feels like Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon were laughing about this fucking pay-per-view, and they're like, oh, what if we name a pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire? And Vince McMahon's like, ha 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 ha, good one, Dunn. And fucking Kevin Dunn was probably fucking serious about that shit, and Vince McMahon was like, good one, Dunn. And he actually fucking put it out there because it's a fucking joke. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Great Balls of Fire. That's a pay-per-view name. When I saw that shit, I started laughing my ass off because I don't understand what type of context you're putting that into. I mean, Great Balls of Fire, what does that have to do with fucking wrestling? Are you showing... I just don't understand, man. Great Balls of... The amount of fucking jokes I can make about that shit. Brock Lesnar is... I mean, I just don't fucking get it, man. Brock Lesnar is defending his Universal Championship. He's defending his Universal Championship in this fucking show. And it's a fucking joke because the name of the pay-per-view is Great Balls of Fire. Apparently, this was originally supposed to be WWE bringing back Bad Blood. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? How the hell do you replace Bad Blood? And that's a historic pay-per-view too. First Hell in a Cell ever. Michaels versus HBK. Debut of Kane, bro. That was a great fucking pay-per-view. And if you brought that back, the pay-per-view name at least would have some prestige behind it. But no. Great Balls of Fire. You couldn't have done Great American Bash. They do things like that in July, right? Great American Bash. The Big Bash. Whatever the fuck they want to call it. They always do it like that. But no, this year, we need to get funny with it, right? Big Balls of Fire. That's the name of this pay-per-view, and it's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And whoever came up with that needs to be terminated. Whoever the fuck approved that, whoever the hell said that was okay, has some great balls of fucking fire. As a matter of fact, fuck the person who approved it. The person who pitched it has some great balls of fire, bro. When I'm watching this pay-per-view and it turns out to be shit, my balls are going to be on fire because I am so fucking angry at the bullshit we're going to be watching on our televisions. Unbelievable fucking pay-per-view name. Unfucking believable. But let's get to the fucking grander news. The Universal Championship is going to be defended at this pay-per-view. Let's get into the fucking article here. Jesus fucking Christ. Great balls of fire. I cannot get over that, man. I cannot get over that. I know it will boil over, but still. What the fuck? Jesus. Anyways, Brock Lesnar will return to WWE television soon and has a title defense set up for his Universal Championship in July. The WWE just announced that they will return to Dallas, Texas for a brand new pay-per-view event known as Great Balls of Fire. The video released for the new event advertised Lesnar that Lesnar would defend his Universal Championship, but did not indicate who the title defense would be against, only stating that it will take place on July 9th. Interestingly, this announcement was made 2 days before the next Monday Night Raw pay-per-view, Payback. Brock Lesnar will not appear on Payback, but Roman Reigns is scheduled to fight Braun Strowman at the show, and those are the two names most likely to end up battling Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship down the line. It is also important to note that Monday Night Raw will also have a pay-per-view in June with Extreme Rules in Baltimore, Maryland. If Brock Lesnar is scheduled to defend his Universal Championship at Great Balls of Fire in July for the first time, as the website indicates, that means that Brock Lesnar will miss 2 consecutive pay-per-views in a row. One very important thing for fans to keep in mind is that Brock Lesnar being advertised to defend his Universal Championship at Great Balls of Fire does not mean that it will happen. Longtime fans know that the WWE will often advertise talents and matches months in advance of shows and then change them up as the show grows near. I don't think this is something like that. I think this is legitimate. Brock Lesnar is defending his Universal Championship at this pay-per-view. I don't know why they would be fucking just shitting on top of you and lying to you. That just makes no sense to me. The WWE states specifically that talent and matches can change for a show, especially a pay-per-view event or a televised Monday Night Raw or Smackdown live event, when it comes to champions like Brock Lesnar. Since there are still 2 pay-per-views between now and Great Balls of Fire, anything could happen. Yeah, those balls can go inside an undisclosed fucking place. I don't know. I'm not fucking insinuating anything. Anyways, however, the prevalent rumors are that the WWE plans to keep the Universal Championship on Brock Lesnar for a long time. There are even thoughts that he will hold the title until WrestleMania 34 next year, which is unnecessary if you ask me, meaning that there will be a lot of Monday Night Raw pay-per-views that will not include their biggest champion, Brock Lesnar. The good news for fans in Dallas is that there will be a Universal Championship match at Great Balls of Fire at the American Airlines Center. It will be the first for Brock Lesnar since WrestleMania 33, and at the moment, the thought is that Braun Strowman will be one of the next men to challenge Brock Lesnar for the title, possibly at Great Balls of Fire in Dallas. Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns are scheduled to fight on Sunday at Payback in Roman Reigns' official return to television after that brutal attack over 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw. In a surprising move, the WWE chose to leave Roman off of television even though he was backstage this past Monday night, and the company has not announced any stipulations for the match this Sunday, which I personally think it should be an ambulance match. One thought is that the match on Sunday at Payback will just continue the feud between Reigns and Strowman. It will then lead to a special stipulation match at Extreme Rules, with the winner possibly getting the shot against Lesnar at Balls of Fire. The last time the WWE was at the American Airlines Center in Dallas was a house show in February, and Brock Lesnar fought the Big Show at the event. As my fucking article just fucking, it says I need to reload the fucking page. Go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ, I'm almost done with this anyways. Where are we? Here we are. against the Big Show in the event. And they also had a show in the arena on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 32, and where the Hall of Fame ceremony was held in 2016. Texas has become a hot spot for WWE special events. After WrestleMania 33 at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, they also held this year's Royal Rumble in San Antonio and this year's Survivor Series in Houston, meaning 3 of the big 4 pay-per-views were held in Texas within 1.5 years of each other. So this is a huge news, obviously. I think Brock Lesnar is going to go against Braun Strowman at this pay-per-view. Would be big reception for Braun Strowman. Going against Brock Lesnar could really legitimize him as a big contender in the WWE. I don't think he would win. I think Lesnar should drop the title at SummerSlam to Samoa Joe, but that's just me and that's just my pipe dream. That will probably never happen. But this is very exciting, even though the name is fucking stupid as hell, and whoever approved this really needs to get their fucking head checked, and probably their balls checked too. I mean, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be over the summer. It's going to be, well, fire. I mean, I guess that's the way the fucking temperature is in New York. Jesus fucking Christ. Am I burning up right now while I'm making this fucking video? But Brock Lesnar will defend the Universal Championship. Huge fucking news for the entirety of the WWE. We were questioning whether or not Brock Lesnar would defend his title before SummerSlam. We now have the answer to that question. I don't know why it is at this irrelevant B-level pay-per-view. That's what it will be. It will not become anything legitimate. This will probably be a 1-year pay-per-view, and that's it. WWE will do nothing with it. But for now, this is very exciting news. It's going to be interesting to see who is going to go against Brock Lesnar. I would love there to be a number 1 contenders match on Raw next week. That would turn things up to, well, a level of fire. Throw Roman Reigns in there, Strowman in there, everybody, Seth Rollins in there, Finn Balor in there. I mean, that would be fucking great. Bray Wyatt, you can have just a huge, colossal fucking matchup with all your biggest stars, but I don't know. Brock Lesnar will be defending the Universal Championship. I think it's going to be against Braun Strowman, and it is going to be a huge, colossal stop for the Beast Incarnate before he gets to SummerSlam and inevitably faces the opponent that could probably take that Universal title from him. Hopefully, crossing my fingers, that it is Samoa Joe, but we know WWE can be fucking stupid, and they might just throw Roman Reigns in there instead. Go fuck yourself, WWE. And the fact that they named this pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire just shows how fucking oblivious they are to the modern fucking day. Terrible, terrible shit with the naming of this pay-per-view. But I cannot wait to see what is going to happen at the pay-per-view, because they're defending their biggest fucking title, and it's going to be for the first time since WrestleMania. It's going to be news-worthy event. So that, in and of itself, makes Great Balls of Fire a pay-per-view that we're going to fucking watch. So there you fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on from this news story. Alexa Bliss nudes leaked, and apparently, according to her Twitter, this is all bogus. This is according to Alexa Bliss. What the fuck is going on here? I have not seen the fucking nudes, because, I mean, it was just fucking crazy enough with Paige, and I'm sure they are not fucking real. If Alexa's saying they're not fucking real, I'm sure they are not fucking real. Here we are. Recent WWE rumors suggest that explicit Alexa Bliss nude photos have leaked online ahead of this Sunday's WWE Payback pay-per-view. However, the women's star, nicknamed 5 Feet of Fury, has fired back over the validity of the naked photos that have been circulating online. With her recent comments, it appears that the women's wrestling heel character is blissed off over the recent naked photos that have shown up online, which she claims don't show her at all. Various websites have reported that photos I don't know what the fuck that says, portraying, that's what I'm gonna fucking use, to be WWE Women's Wrestler Alexa Bliss have been on a variety of different websites. However, the naked photos don't show Alexa's face clearly. According to Pro Wrestling Sheet, Bliss sent out several tweets earlier on Friday to let her fans know that the alleged nude photos of her are not real. Which, if it's not real, who the hell would fucking do this to Alexa Bliss? Maybe it's even the person who fucking got Paige. But anyways, continuing this article here. Where am I? I'm down here, yes. In one of the posted messages, the women's wrestling star from the Raw roster let fans know the risque photos on the internet supposedly of me are bogus. That's what she said. In a follow-up tweet, Bliss tells people that she's offended by the Photoshop pictures and demands that they be immediately removed from the internet. The news of Bliss calling out fake nude photos of herself online comes weeks after fellow WWE roster member Paige had explicit videos and photos of herself leaked online. The images and video clips showing Paige in various sexual situations also involved current WWE roster member Xavier Woods and former roster member Brad Maddox. Those particular pictures and videos were confirmed by Paige as stolen from her hacked phone and leaked online. A recent article from Bleacher Report last week indicated that the WWE is likely not going to continue with Paige as part of their roster. Once her neck issues have been resolved, she received 2 consecutive drug suspensions and hasn't been featured in WWE programs beyond Total Divas on E! Since then, Paige has been seen in recent social media clips filmed by her real-life boyfriend and wrestling star Alberto Rodriguez, WWE's Alberto Del Rio, of course, as he ranted about the WWE and made comments towards Triple H, among others, calling Triple H a big-nosed fuck. That was fucking hilarious. I actually saw that. I didn't report on it, though. It's fucking irrelevant. But as The Sun reported yesterday, Paige is not the only current or former WWE women's wrestler to be victimized by having explicit images or videos leaked online. Others have included Victoria, Caitlyn, and Maria Kanellis. Of those stars, Maria formerly appeared nude in Playboy magazine when the WWE was featuring divas in pictorials for extra publicity. She's also scheduled to make her rumored WWE return with her real-life husband, Mike Bennett, which is very interesting news right there. Apparently those two are going straight to SmackDown Live, which I don't fucking understand. Mike Bennett, at least. Maria used to be in the WWE. But Mike Bennett, at least, I think he needs to go down to NXT, learn the fucking cameras, learn the fucking in-ring style of the WWE. Even AJ Styles has said that he should have went down to NXT first, that it was a very hard learning curve for him going to the main roster and learning the camera angles, learning the in-ring style of the WWE. It was even hard for AJ Styles, who could be considered the best wrestler in the world. So I think Mike Bennett, at least, should go down to NXT. Maria, she's been here, she's done this, and I think she's ready to come up to SmackDown, help out that women's division. But as for Mike Bennett, I think he should go down to NXT. Both of them should go down to NXT. Maria can really help the NXT women's division. So I don't know, but they're going to SmackDown apparently. But here it says, as for Alexa Bliss, the 25-year-old women's wrestling star is scheduled to compete at this Sunday's WWE Payback pay-per-view, where champion Bayley, and she'll fight champion Bayley for the title. The former WWE SmackDown Women's title holder moved over to Raw during the Superstar Shakeup several weeks ago and was able to win a fatal 4-way match on Raw involving Sasha Banks, Mickie James, and Nia Jax to earn the top contender spot for this weekend. On a recent episode of Monday Night Raw, Bliss walked away from her match against Sasha Banks to get counted out and then attacked Bayley on stage. As far as these Alexa Bliss nude photos online go. It's a smart move for Bliss to come out and let fans know that these pictures circulating online are Photoshop fakes of her. While a lot of celebrities are subjected to fake photos being posted of themselves online, it's clear the women's division needs to keep a close eye on reputations going forward. That's especially true with these pics surfacing around the same time as real photos and videos of Paige surfaced, along with alleged real photos of other women's wrestling stars. What do I have to say about this? Alexa Bliss, it's a goddamn shame that they're doing this to Bliss. They're fucking leaking nude photos of her. Alexa Bliss has been a great part of the women's division. She's been doing great work, and this can only affect her negatively. I mean, it could really affect her negatively if she's in that wrong state of mind. If she's worrying about things like this instead of what she's doing in the ring, that can really affect the quality of her work, and you really need to be worried about things like that. The fact that there are people online trying to fucking expose you like that, ruin your reputation. Maybe one of these pictures could be fucking perceived as real one day, and Alexa Bliss can get in a fucking world of trouble. I don't know, but she's doing the right thing here, letting people know this is fucking false. Get this shit out of here. Defeating the shit real quick. Alexa Bliss, I'm sure, is doing the right thing and isn't fucking sucking off Brad Maddox like Paige is over there. But this is very unfortunate for Alexa Bliss, but she is retaliating against it, and she is doing the right thing here. So Alexa Bliss, these are not real, so if you do see these nude photos online, make sure to disregard them because they are indeed fake, confirmed by the person in them, the subject of the photo herself, Mrs. Alexa Bliss. So ignore these nude photos if you do see them circulating online. So there you fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on. Anyways, Jeff Hardy apparently moving over to Smackdown, and Matt Hardy to turn broken. This is some huge fucking news right here. This actually leaked a while back, April 25th. This was being discussed, but Behind the Mic is on Saturday, so we're fucking doing this now. Anyways, here. The WWE Universe has been thrilled about having Jeff and Matt Hardy back with WWE, but officials are planning to disband the Hardy Boys soon. After weeks of speculation, the Hardys returned to WWE on the grandest stage of them all and won the Raw Tag Team Championships. Despite the WWE Universe chanting delete and Brother Nero, the Hardy Boys aren't using their broken gimmick from TNA Wrestling just yet. WWE is currently negotiating the rights to use the gimmick for Matt and Jeff Hardy because they feel that it will gain the company a ton of money in merchandise sales. Thus far, they have been playing themselves on WWE television while feuding with Cesaro and Sheamus heading into WWE Payback on Sunday. However, the expectation is that a deal will be worked out eventually with Anthem Sports, Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and the Hardy Boys will be broken again soon. Obviously, there is a ton of money on the table now that Matt and Jeff Hardy are back with the WWE. The great thing is that as much as they can make together as a part of the tag team division, both men can do as well, if not even better, as single stars down the road. However, WWE officials may be planning to disband the brothers a lot sooner than the WWE was expecting, which means the Hardy Boys could be on separate brands very, very soon. A new report is claiming that there are plans for a potential WWE draft later this year. Yes, even after the fucking Superstar shakeup, WWE is talking about a fucking draft. Since WWE just had the Superstar shakeup, it's going to be some time before more roster changes are made between Raw and SmackDown. There is a good chance that WWE officials could cancel the draft entirely, which is what I fucking want. But there is a strong possibility that the powers that be will split up the Hardy Boys if there's a WWE draft later this year. It's being said that Matt Hardy would stay and WWE officials would let him run with the broken gimmick on Raw. The powers that be wouldn't want to see Jeff Hardy become underutilized, so he would most likely be traded to Smackdown for, you guessed it, AJ Styles, and become a top babyface for the brand. WWE officials have delayed moving AJ Styles for now, but it's only a matter of time before WWE moves the phenomenal one to Raw. The WWE Universe is anxiously awaiting Matt Hardy to become broken on WWE television because there is a lot of potential for him to become a huge character and enter the WWE World Title hunt. Officials also realize Jeff Hardy's potential as a babyface, but the powers that be will be more hesitant with Jeff Hardy. If this fucking will load, I would love to continue. Here we are. It has been reported that Jeff Hardy is expected to receive a massive babyface push whenever he begins his singles run. WWE officials pushed him as a main eventer and a top babyface back in 2008 and 2009, which is the evidence that the WWE Universe will support him in that role again. There are many new matches for him to be a part of with the current roster, and he would be relied on to represent the Smackdown brand. Jeff Hardy has had some issues with WWE's wellness policy in the past, and he still has 2 strikes against him, which have carried over to his current run with the company. WWE officials will allow him to work one of the 2 strikes off, but Jeff will need to be a model employee if he's going to be one of WWE's top babyfaces. For now, the WWE Universe needs to wait for TNA and WWE to come to terms, but the Hardy Boys will be big players for the foreseeable future, regardless of if the brothers stay together or are disbanded later this year. What I say you do is you fuck Jeff Hardy moving to SmackDown. If you're moving AJ Styles, to Monday Night Raw, that is a huge fucking blow to SmackDown, bro. AJ Styles on SmackDown, at least, is a fucking legitimate top fucking star. He is a number 1. I don't care what the fuck you say. I don't care if Randy Orton's WWE champion. I don't care who the fuck is there. John Cena, this guy, that guy. AJ Styles is your number 1. And if you are going to take out the number 1, you need to give back somebody who can really fucking be number 1 on SmackDown. And that's not going to be Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy can easily be overshadowed by the people they have on SmackDown, by a Dillinger, by a Nakamura, by this guy, by that guy. Jeff Hardy, I feel like, would be a better fit on Raw. You'd have better matches with the guys on Raw, better chemistry. Jeff Hardy would be more of a Monday Night Raw top star. I feel like Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn would get a character, and the Monday Night Raw creative team, based on how they fucking book, would do better with a character like Jeff Hardy that's more simple. He's an enigma. He is this fucking just mystery, and he's great in the ring, and he's great at what he fucking does. But Matt Hardy on Monday Night Raw in the hands of Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn at the forefront of Vince McMahon's eyes? No, bro. No, bro. That would be way too fucking monitored, way too fucking altered. It wouldn't be broken Matt Hardy. It would be fucking cracked Matt Hardy. Just a little cracked. Not fucking broken. I want to see broken Matt Hardy. And if you want to see broken Matt Hardy, utilized correctly, if you want to see broken Hardy be number 1, you gotta send him over to SmackDown. On SmackDown, he will make headlines every single fucking week. Anything he fucking does, a match with Nakamura, a match with Dillinger, a match with Orton, a match with this guy, that guy, the next guy, bro. That would be a fucking huge shit for Matt Hardy. And if you want to replace AJ Styles from SmackDown, you need somebody who can fill that role, who can be just as popular, who can do the same amount of impact. And Jeff Hardy, he's going to be great in the ring. He's going to give us those great fucking matches. No doubt about it. But he's not going to make the impact, the splash that Matt Hardy is going to be making with that broken gimmick. So if you are going to split up the Hardys, and if you are going to do this WWE draft and send these guys over to Raw and SmackDown, do these fucking trades, you're going to need to put Matt Hardy, Broken Matt, on SmackDown, because that's where the money is, that's where the impact is, that is where the fucking gold is. On SmackDown. On Raw, Jeff Hardy, I feel, would make a bigger impact. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's the newest fucking news on the Broken Hardys, or just the Hardys right now, and what WWE is planning to do with them. WWE has big plans for both of them, very high on Jeff Hardy. They know the money and the merchandise sales they can get from the broken gimmick, and they're fucking going after that shit as much as they can, and I like that. But the fucking plot twist here is Rebby Hardy. Rebby Hardy has confirmed on Twitter, and let me see if I can fucking pull this up right now. Rebby Hardy on Twitter has said to a fan that apparently all this deal and all this news with fucking the Hardys and WWE being in negotiation with Anthem Sports about the broken Hardy gimmick is a fucking sham, and this news is indeed not fucking true, and that is a very, very scary thing, because let me see if I can pull this up here. Somebody reached out to Rebby, and they said, here it is. They said, is there any truth to the rumor WWE purchased the broken rights from TNA? Notwithstanding that TNA had no real ownership. Hashtag fuck that owl. This is from Mike O'Donnell. And Rebby Hardy in caps. No. Period. Absolutely none. The fact that this is even a rumor is such a joke. That is the fucking latest from Rebby Hardy. So, WWE apparently not in fucking cahoots with TNA. They're not making a deal with TNA. Just a lot of fucking rumors swirling, and if it's not true, that can be very unfortunate. I don't know. Maybe Rebby is just protecting the fucking information. I don't know. Maybe she just wants to make it more of a surprise. Maybe Rebby is just swerving us and playing a fucking character, but I don't know. That is the latest from Rebby Hardy. That's the latest from Jeff. That's the latest from Matt. That's the latest for the Hardys and the fucking Impact. They're no doubt gonna fucking be champions by the end of this fucking year. World champions. At least one of them will be world champion by the end of this year, if you ask me. And it's gonna be delightful! Ha ha ha! Anyways, moving on here. News on Miz, Finn Balor, Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt all getting new feuds after WWE Payback. After WWE Payback, the fans expected Dean Ambrose versus The Miz and Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt to be the two of the biggest rivalries on Raw for the foreseeable future. But it seems that WWE officials may have canceled their plans for both rivalries to happen after the pay-per-view. The reason why hasn't been revealed yet, but it's clear that WWE officials have changed their creative plans for Raw after WWE Payback this Sunday night. The Miz was revealed to be the first roster change for Raw during the Superstar Shakeup a few weeks ago, but his fun was interrupted by Dean Ambrose, and they have been building to a feud ever since. Finn Balor also received a firm warning from Bray Wyatt during his return to Raw that he would target the Demon after his conflict with Randy Orton was over. On paper, Raw's mid-card seemed to be written in stone for a while. However, it's being reported that WWE officials are scrapping their plans for both rivalries to happen after WWE Payback. Instead of getting to see Balor versus Wyatt and Ambrose versus Miz, the WWE Universe will fucking see a Balor versus The Miz, and Ambrose and Wyatt will reignite their feud over the Intercontinental Championship, which is actually fantastic because that's actually what I pitched in how I booked WWE SummerSlam on Raw and SmackDown. Those are two separate videos which you should all totally go check out, by the way. But that's how I pitched it. I pitched Bray Wyatt wins Intercontinental Championship from Dean Ambrose. Ambrose does not need the Intercontinental Championship. Plus, that would be a great match. Great feud as well. Ambrose does not need to be holding the Intercontinental Championship. He is doing nothing with it. And Bray Wyatt, that would be a great title for him to hold. And going into SummerSlam, you have Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. That's what I pitched. That's what I fucking pitched. And that's for the Intercontinental Championship. That way, Braun Strowman's fighting for gold. That way, you can have the Wyatt family fucking feud that never got put into play with Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. So that's what I said I would fucking do. And I love the fact that WWE is going to be going for that. As for Balor versus The Miz, we'll talk about that when I'm done with this fucking article. Ha ha ha. Since returning to WWE television after missing WrestleMania 33, Finn Balor has started off his comeback with a handful of weekly matches and no feud, which I haven't enjoyed, by the way. The WWE Universe assumed that was just a way to keep him busy until after the rivalry with Bray Wyatt could begin after WWE Payback. A lot of people were excited to see Balor versus Wyatt, but it seems that WWE officials believe that Balor versus The Miz is the better rivalry for now. That would be a great fucking rivalry if you ask me. It may not be as flashy a feud, but Finn Balor versus The Miz could be a strong rivalry to help reestablish Balor as a top babyface on Raw. WWE officials are at a bit of a loss because Brock Lesnar and the WWE Universal title are on a hiatus. The fans are waiting for Finn to receive his rematch for the championship that he never actually lost. It's going to take some time for him to get that match with the Beast Incarnate this year. In the meantime, The Miz is one of the hottest performers in the WWE right now. He's done great work on the microphone and as a character. Miz is actually the perfect guy to put over Balor and give him a meaningful win to get his momentum rolling. It will be a very fucking solid feud, and that's exactly what Balor needs right now. I completely agree with that. It was reported recently that Bray Wyatt had become frustrated with his booking over the past few months, and especially as the WWE Champion, he's expected to lose the House of Horrors match to Randy Orton at WWE Payback, and then he's expected to lose more matches to Finn Balor to put him over. It isn't hard to see why Wyatt has become frustrated, but the feud with the Lunatic Fringe seems to be a much better idea. On paper, Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose is a much better scenario for the Eater of Worlds. The two haven't feuded since 2014, and they will be competing over the Intercontinental Championship based on Bray Wyatt's recent push. It's likely he will eventually take the IC title from Ambrose. After that, he could feud with Finn Balor for the title. Many people may consider it to be a consolation prize after losing the championship, but it will be a good feud and a potential victory for Bray Wyatt. There is a good chance he will be the IC champion for some time as well. The universe was excited to see Balor versus Wyatt after WWE Payback, but the new feuds that WWE officials have set up make more sense to utilize all four performers and give them some spotlight. That's exactly what I'm fucking thinking. The Miz doesn't need to fucking win match after match. The Miz is fucking... He is set. He is set to put people over. And him and Balor would have some fantastic fucking promos. The things Miz can say about Finn fucking Balor. The Miz would just be fantastic. The Miz would just be fucking fantastic in a feud with Finn Balor. And it would be a fucking no slouch of a match. It's exactly the fucking momentum Finn Balor needs. It's exactly the type of momentum Balor needs. And it is absolutely fantastic. That is a great fucking idea. Much better than Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor, because Finn Balor would have to win and Bray Wyatt would take yet another L. But with this Ambrose feud, Wyatt could win the Intercontinental Championship. He's holding gold once more. He's adding another title to his repertoire as well. Ambrose really doesn't need the win. He's really not doing anything with the Intercontinental Championship, and that is a fantastic way to get the Intercontinental Championship off of Ambrose. And of course the matches you can see going into WWE SummerSlam, of course, like I said, Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, that would be fantastic. Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt can feud over the Intercontinental Championship, maybe even The Miz. I don't know how you do that, but it is a great fucking plan. The fact that they intertwine these two rivalries that we thought were going to happen, Miz and Ambrose, Balor and Wyatt, and they changed that and made it this. I like that. That is much better than what we were originally expecting, and that kind of makes me more excited going out of Payback to see what is going to happen. Yes, we've seen Wyatt and Ambrose before, but I love the matches Wyatt and Ambrose had. They were fucking great, and I wouldn't mind revisiting that. Maybe you can finally fucking get some gusto and some excitement back into the game of Dean Ambrose, and maybe this will just clear Bray Wyatt of this frustration that he's been suffering all these fucking months, losing the championship, fucking being sidelined on Raw. Maybe this can just finally clear Bray Wyatt of all his frustrations. Anyways, that was great. I like that. I like these ideas much better than we originally had planned. Let's move on here. God damn, is it hot in fucking New York, and I'm not gonna turn on a fucking fan because, or the air conditioner, because it will sound on the video, and the video will just sound like fucking trash. Back in the fucking summer months, you could hear my videos very early to when I was doing this YouTube channel too. I started this in August. I had another YouTube channel. I'm not gonna say the fucking name of it because the videos on there are fucking terrible. But besides that, they just sounded terrible with the air conditioner on, and I just got a fucking drink of water because I know I'm gonna yell for this video, and with the fucking air in here, I am completely out of breath from doing this fucking video. So let's do this, because this one's gonna piss some people off. It's pissing me off. Vince McMahon frustrated with Kevin Owens because of his physique. Apparently, according to Vince McMahon, or Vince McMahon, Kevin Owens is fat. You can go fuck yourself, Vince McMahon. Here's the fucking article. Let's clear our fucking throats for this one. Despite everything Kevin Owens has been able to accomplish over the past 3 years with WWE, it's being said that Vince McMahon is forcing some major character changes on him because of his physique, because his physique still hasn't improved as much as he would like. WWE knew that when they signed Owens that he wouldn't have the typical look they see from their top guys, but the success he had shows there is more than looking the part. Kevin Owens became the NXT champion 2 months to the day after his debut. He only spent 6 months in NXT before moving to the main roster. He debuted with a huge feud with John Cena and beat him clean in his first match. Since then, Owens has been the Intercontinental Champion, became the Universal Champion, and is currently holding the United States Championship as one of the company's biggest heels. In many ways, Owens' physique makes him stand out from the majority of the roster. It's also important to note that being overweight and his conditioning has not stood in the way of him becoming successful as a WWE superstar. Yet, despite all that, it's being rumored that Vince McMahon is forcing some bizarre changes to Kevin Owens' character on Smackdown Live as a way to hide his physique from the WWE Universe. Since Kevin Owens moved to Smackdown Live during WWE Superstar Shakeup a few weeks ago, there have been some notable changes to his character, and more specifically to his look on WWE television. He has been promoting himself as the new face of America, has been wearing suits, and sporting a cleaner look as the United States Champion. Apparently, these changes were made by Vince McMahon himself. It's being reported that Vince McMahon is fed up with Owens being overweight and not hitting the weight room to improve his physique more than he has over the past few years. It is for that reason that Owens has started wearing suits during his promos and segments going forward. Owens wearing suits may go a bit too far because there's some speculation that Vince also wants him to wear suits during his matches as well. Vince McMahon could go fuck himself. Vince McMahon could go fuck himself. The logic could be to clean up his character to hide his physique, which is why Owens was also told to shave his beard. WWE officials just want the presentation of Kevin Owens to be different on SmackDown. There's been a little criticism of Owens' physique from the WWE Universe, but it's rarely anything more than a dig against the heel. However, most of the fans haven't put too much stock into the way Kevin Owens looks. Kevin Owens has always been a heel on WWE television, but the WWE Universe does support him as a good performer. For instance, he dropped the WWE Universal Championship to Goldberg before WrestleMania, and the WWE Universe defended him against the booking. In fact, many argue that Owens' physique makes him unique from the rest of the WWE locker room and gives him an everyman kind of appearance. Most fans don't feel that Kevin Owens' physique is something that WWE officials need to hide behind a suit or any other attire. Owens is expected to retain the U.S. title over Jericho at WWE Payback on Sunday, and then more into an interesting feud with AJ Styles. The WWE Universe has been excited for their rivalry because their matches are going to be really good. That's typically what WWE fans expect from Kevin Owens as a good performer. Most people will argue that WWE is trying too hard to turn Owens into something he fucking isn't. That article got it right on the fucking dot. Vince McMahon is a fucking asshole, bro. Kevin Owens looks wonderful. Kevin Owens looks like a fucking badass with his fucking physique. He looks like Bray Wyatt. He looks like Samoa Joe. He looks like a buff motherfucking guy. He's not this steroid looking freak. He looks like an everyday kind of fucking guy who's gonna come in here, he's gonna fucking wrestle, he's gonna put on great matches. The matches he's put on with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn, Finn Balor down in NXT. I mean, the quality of Kevin Owens' in-ring work has not been affected by this. So why the fuck do you care? You're owning a wrestling company, not a fucking sports magazine. Kevin Owens looks fucking great. His physique makes him look unique, not like this prototypical Seth Rollins physique, the Finn Balor with the fucking abs and all the fucking pecs and the muscle and this and that. Kevin Owens doesn't need that. It's fine to look unique every once in a while, to have that unique looking fucking superstar. Wearing suits inside his fucking matches? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? During his matches, this guy's gonna wear a fucking suit. How do you expect this guy to fucking wrestle? Jesus Christ, is Vince McMahon fucking delusional. Kevin Owens is fantastic at what he does. That's why you pushed him as so. He's great on the mic. He is fantastic in that ring, and he has done his job perfectly. He has a unique looking physique, and to be quite honest, if Kevin Owens lost weight, he would lose interest from me, because it would be him falling to the temptation of guys like Vince McMahon, of guys like a Goldberg, like a Brock Lesnar, who think you have to look like this jacked up steroids fucking beast in order to succeed in the WWE. Well, Kevin Owens has fucking proved you wrong. Beat John Cena on his first day, won the NXT Championship within 2 months, and he's put on fantastic in-ring work, and he's been like that his entire in-ring fucking career, and Kevin Owens is fucking great. And the fact that you're criticizing him for that, the fact that you're making him wear suits to the ring, I like the suit in his promo. I actually like that. I like him wearing a suit in his promo. And yeah, I understand he does look less fucking overweight in his suits, but I like him wearing the suit in his promos. But in the ring? Go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ. The fact that you even have the audacity to pitch that idea is retarded. Kevin Owens looked fucking great, and it's not affecting his work, so you should not give a fuck. Vince McMahon, go fuck yourself. For now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to cut it off there. I did have the Daniel Bryan story, but I think this is getting too long. I don't think I can cover it in fucking even 10 minutes, and that would just get too long. I don't like to go over an hour with my videos, so we're going to cut it off here. I probably will do another video covering any news going in to WWE Payback. Right now, there's not that much news about Payback, but as we get like a fucking day, a couple hours before, there is news concerning Payback, so maybe I'll throw in the Daniel Bryan story there. But if you do want to go check it out, all you gotta do is search it up. Daniel Bryan possibly leaving Smackdown and its general manager position. But besides that, ladies and gentlemen, for now, this is going to be Behind the Mic, episode number 17. I hope you enjoyed everything you have heard here. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe. Tell me what you think about everything, all the stories here. Kevin Owens being fat, absolutely outrageous. Leave your comments in the comment section below. If there's anything I missed, make sure to tell me, and make sure to subscribe for all the good stuff that comes with the Ringside Wrestling YouTube channel. Like I said before, Raw, Smackdown reviews are up for this week, and I post them every week after their respective shows, as well as a Payback review coming tomorrow after that show. And my Payback preview and predictions are up currently, so make sure to go check out all of that good stuff. And the best way to stay tuned to get that straight to your subscription box by subscribing and clicking the notification button to get it straight